Hello everyone, welcome to this live stream. Tonight I'm gonna read all the questions you asked on my Instagram about the score I wrote for Jurassic Park Chronicle, the short film made by Monster Movie and released last week. Let's get started. Question number 1. Peter asks, how many real instruments did you use and how many virtual ones? I recorded as many real instruments as I could. I could not get my hands on a shakuhachi flute though, nor a jawbone, which is also called a kihada, and is the jawbone of a donkey, a horse, or a mule. And it's a percussion instrument. Basically, when you hit it, it produces a very strong buzzing sound. The jawbone is cleaned of tissue and dried, so the teeth are loose and they act as a rattle, basically. I also recorded a djembe, a pair of bongos, figure cymbals, a thunder drum, which is a cheap instrument but really effective, and some shakers. Also, instead of the jawbone, I used the vibraslap, which you can hear in the score of Jurassic Park, especially in a few key moments. It's used both rhythmically and as a suspense, especially in the beginning. I think it's called Incident at Isla Nublar, the second track of the score album, and you can hear it in the first 30 seconds. It's really nice, and I remember not hearing that before anywhere when I listened to that score. Question number 2, Paulina asks, how was working with your brother? It was great. All the previous works we did together, Zimmer 47, Homosaurus, Jurassic Christmas, and Kylo Ren the Follow One, the Star Wars fan film, they all served to define our professional relationship and made our bond stronger. We both wanted to tell a great story. Question number 3, Robert asks, how did you approach the film? Did you have any guidelines or reference tracks? So when we started, we agreed on one single thing. We decided to completely ditch the sense of wonder that John Williams did for Jurassic Park, the original movie. We needed drama, we needed mystery. So what I did was to listen to the Lost World score, 1997, by John Williams also. It's a darker score, full of mystery, full of exotic percussion, and one of my favorite scores. Speaking of which, there are a few Easter eggs put in the score of this film. There's a specific segment during the arrival of our protagonist at Isla Nublar, and you hear basically the concert harp playing an arpeggio that is a direct quote of the opening theme of the Game Boy game The Lost World, which is one of the very first games I've played in 1997, and being one of the first games that I played, it made sense to me to add something personal, a personal Easter egg inside the film, inside the score of the film. Question number 4, Luis, how difficult was it? Did it take long? You mean writing the score? It wasn't hard per se, but if something didn't work, I would start from scratch. I would delete the idea, those 8-12 bars, and write them again and rewrite until I found something that was working for the story. The real challenge was to effectively extend the narrative that John Williams had created for Jurassic Park in 1993 and implement my very own solutions, devices, and scoring style. After all, there was going to be my name on the score, right? So it did make sense to me to apply something that was personal, to write in my own style, of course, with a few quotes and being really respectful of what John did in 1993. Question number 5, are you planning another episode? We received many questions like this. Actually, if I had a penny for every time we've been asked that question, I would be rich. But we weren't expecting people asking that question, to be honest. So you will have to ask that to the team of Master Movie. Okay, this one was meant to be a standalone product, but we'll see in the future. Okay, so if you don't have any more questions, I think we're done, and I thank you for your time. And if you haven't seen the movie yet, you will find the link on my Instagram profile. And have a good night.